I went on one of the best dates ever, y'all. Let me explain, man. She bought the food, I bought the drinks. And before y'all start talking shit, let me explain what happened. So, we've been chatting for about a week, right? She wanted to go on a beach date. I said, let's go, baby. I chose Redondo Beach. I told her, let's go to one of these nice restaurants up there on the pier. She declined. Okay? Hear me out. I said, babe, you want to sit outside? The sun out, get whatever you want. We go relax, get some seafood or whatever. She declined. Okay?
Hmm.
You know what she told me?
Okay.
She said, let's go to the grocery store. We went to the grocery store. She bought all kind of shit. She got a big old meat platter. Meat platters that got all the different stuff on there. She got one of them meat platters, y'all. All kind of fancy meat. She bought some crackers. It was about $14. She got some fruit, uh, cantaloupe, strawberries, grapes. She had
Buying charcuterie on food stamps is crazy for a date. And see, when you're on food stamps, what that ultimately says is that you're not going to survive. You're going to starve if you don't get some type of assistance, some type of handout. She not only decided that she was going to buy all the food on a first date with a grown man that she only knew for a week. So she decided she was going to treat him to, like he said, buying all type of stuff on the first date after they only been talking for a week. But then also, while she's on benefits, which basically states that I'm going to starve if I don't get these benefits, she was even turning down free meals that he was offering to give her. So what this ultimately shows is that she's defrauding the benefits and that she doesn't need the food stamps. And funny enough, right? I'm sure there'll be some people who say, well, it's nice that, because it's so rare, it's nice that she decided to take the man out on the date as opposed to him treating the date and she didn't just take, advantage of him or whatever. That's cool and all if she actually spent her own hard earned money to treat somebody. But I don't give somebody credit for being generous with free money that they basically scammed or defrauded. It's no different. You go to certain strip clubs, whatever, and you see scammers. What are they always doing? They just throwing the money, throwing the money, throwing thousands. Why? Because it came fast and they didn't really have to work that hard to get it. So I feel like that principle also applies to this situation. But let's get back and hear the rest of the story.
when it got some of that yogurt in the back, that Greek yogurt.
Oh, nice.
Then I'm with her shopping in the store. And I'm like, what are we doing? She said, we're going to go on a picnic. I said, okay. So she went around the whole store, got some cookies, fancy cookies. Those was about $16. I ain't never seen no cookies $16. They were $16, right? But real healthy
Oh.
cookies, okay? Everything
Mm.
was healthy, okay? She got a couple of soda pops that had no sugar in them, all right? But they were flavorful.
Nice.
Okay, so we pack up. We get up to the register. And I'm ready to pay for it. She said, no, you get the drinks. I got this. She pulled out an EBT card, y'all.
I mean, that's horrible to be spending like that. And see, what we have to address, right, is the fact that you're only spending like that when you really just don't give a F no more. Let me explain. It's like people who got old money. Old money. They've been getting money for a long time. They just spend money willy nilly. They don't even care. They don't even check the tag because they've been getting money for decades. And see, obviously, this brother right here is older. So he's dating an older woman. And by dating an older woman, I mean, she's probably been getting benefits for 50 years, as well as she was taking advantage of it within the golden age. Right now, we're starting to dial everything back and starting to put regulations on it, things. But she was taking advantage of it when it was at its peak, and she's been able to ride it out thus far. So it gets to the point at a certain point where you're just so in abundance, and you've been in abundance for so long that it's just like old money. You start getting philanthropic, and all of a sudden you want to treat people and you want to build relationships and use your money for other purposes to give to others. But the caveat is that's not your money. That's taxpayer money. And if the best philanthropic thing that you can do at this juncture, if you don't need it anymore, is to get off it so that money can be distributed to people who actually need it.
I said, you sure you don't want me to get this? She said, no. And I learned one thing. If somebody want to do something, let them do it. Because that means they want to do it from there. She swiped that yellow card, man. They got that big bear on it. It's a big old bear on that card. You know that, right? Grizzly bear. She sliced that card. Bought all this shit, man. I think it was $120, man, worth of shit. Hopped in my car. I dropped the top. Drove all the way to Redondo Beach, y'all. Carried that shit to the sand. Everything was EBT. Best date ever, y'all. Sat right there by the ocean, man. Dolphins was jumping in the damn water and shit, man. I had a great date, man. We talked, chat, everything was like clicking, right? You know what I'm saying? Stop sleeping on that EBT, y'all. Don't judge people, shit. This girl was so nice, man. And then after we ate on that picnic, I took her right to the pier. Bought her whatever drink she wanted, y'all. We sat right there on an outdoor bar. I think one of the drinks I bought her was $23, man. Got her 2 or 3 of them, man. Had a good time, y'all. This was the first EBT date I went on, y'all. And let me tell you something. Don't sleep on them EBT dates, man. She bought everything, bro. Everything. And I think her balance, after everything she bought, she still had a couple thousand on there, y'all. Had a good time, man. So, hey, if you see this,
listen. That's the message he wanted to leave this on. Don't sleep on that EBT. You know, basically just glorifying it. And keep in mind, right? This is an older brother. This is a wiser gentleman. So, listen, I'm not going to be a stickler. I'm not going to, listen, you have to live a little. And I wouldn't expect the majority of people to not go on that date and have a good time, right? And trip, really. I wouldn't expect majority of people to really trip about that. You know, I would expect most people to just take her up on the offer, like he said. That's fine. But I feel like at his age, coming online after the fact, you know, just being so proud of it. Listen, if you do some things in the dark that you're not supposed to do, you know that it's okay to just like keep that to yourself, right? Nobody's expecting people to be perfect. But when we come on here glorifying, bringing light to all the wrong things, especially in my culture, that's where I have the issue. You know, you don't, every race of people does fraud. But I don't see too many other people coming on bragging and glorifying the fraud or thinking that is cute. Because ultimately, I kind of feel like he feels like his story is cute in a way. Like, that it's like, you know, funny or whatever, or cute or, you know, and it's really not when you really think about it. And I would think that when you get a little older, you can kind of understand that that was wrong. Sure, I'm not going to really trip about it too much. Like, it's not the biggest deal in the world. But at the same time, I wouldn't want to come on and like be bragging about that, right? It's okay to have moments and have certain memories that you go through in your life, and you just keep it to yourself, or maybe even just tell your intimate group. When we come online and we're glorifying it, and then you wonder why these kids get on here and they don't have no shame, because you got the older segment of people out here like they're having fun too with it, just not caring. And that's really my biggest hang up about this whole situation. Like I said, it's a nice gesture, I guess, but I can't give you credit for being generous with money that you didn't earn, and really money that you're defrauding, if you ask me. But we'll leave it there. Y'all like the video. Also subscribe if you want to join the Legion. Also hype the video. When you hype the video, it helps smaller content creators like myself. And YouTube pushes us the same way it pushes the bigger content creators. So it gives us more visibility. So that helps a lot. And also feel free to join the Patreon as well, where I post self-improvement content. Until then, I'll catch you in the next video.